Abby and Alice. I'm Abby.
I'm Alice. And we're freelance set designers, experience designers, and installation artists based in London. Oh, thank you very much.
We build projects from the ground up, meaning we like to be involved in every element of the work.
We work predominantly in physical spaces, so it's often site-specific, and we respond to immersive... Oh, there you go. There we are. And we respond from inspiration from a given environment. We want to present to you this project, Man on the Moon, which we completed in 2017 as part of the end of our degree. Our aim was to create a hyper-real fairy tale set in our character's abandoned home. We define hyperreality as an inability to distinguish between fact and fiction, simulation and reality, a blending of the two that oppose so that they become indistinguishable from each other. We wanted to create something that audiences could discover on their own terms without the awkwardness that we think you usually associate with interactive experiences.
This was a 5-day piece based on the mysterious life of Mr. Armstrong, the infamous South London cheesemonger best known for his moon cheese. The piece became an actorless film set. We interrogated the story so deeply, as you can see on the diagram above, that it eventually became infinite. Every single object had a place and a significance in the house.
We wanted the audience to interact with the objects and bring their unique and personal experiences to the story. As a result, no two audience members' experience were the same. They had the ability to complete the story within their own mind.
We advertised the work as an emergency pop-up cheese cafe and open house installation.
The brand Armstrong cheese that we created needed to fit in seamlessly with the sea of hipster delis and handcrafted food products that are starting to populate London. Armstrong cheese had to feel like something you'd seen 1,000 times before, so you would not second guess it at first glance, but then transpire on arrival to be something completely different. Oh no. We had problems with the clicker.
It quickly transpired to be an interactive home full of clues and details for the audience to discover.
Okay, yes, now we are where we want.
For Mr. Armstrong and his cheese to be completely believable and for people to actually come to the event, the pop-up needed to be everywhere, so we set about our first ever efforts at marketing and PR. Our main sites were set on London's Time Out magazine, circulating 300,000 people per week.
We sent them a mysterious package of cheese, crackers, and the ambiguous story of Mr. Armstrong. We were listed as one of the 3 essential things to do that week. But what was key is the hyperreality was never broken. Time Out never alluded to the fact that Armstrong cheese was a fake brand created by 2 set designers. There we go.
To enhance the hyperreality of the brand being something you would never question, we forged these documents inspired by our real press coverage, such as the Time Out article on the far end of the screen. On the surface, these look completely realistic, but on longer inspection, something seemed off.
These were presented in the home as prized newspaper cuttings and documents. These documents we lifted word for word from the original copy, but we used a slightly different font or printed out in a slightly different format. We wanted to provoke audiences to question how much of the Armstrong cheese brand they were willing to believe. Where they may not believe that the moon was the secret ingredient of the moon cheese, but they might believe this fictional brand was in fact real.
As an experience, the installation was designed to promote comfort and easy interaction. Every audience member received a hot drink on arrival. The drinking of this is known to physically relax a person, socially welcoming them and also giving them an immediate distraction from the often awkwardness of an experiential space. Physical warmth promoted interpersonal warmth. This meant that the social norms need not apply. Audience members could feel free to look through the personal objects in Mr. Armstrong's family home.
Having said that, some objects were more integral to the story than others, and we need to guide audience to these without using visual signposts and people telling you what to do. So we collaborated with a sound designer, and we made a video game-style soundtrack that acted as a feedback system for the audience. This led the people around the space, and with strategically placed speakers near the objects that were more important, this kind of allowed the people to move into these objects organically.
As the audience crossed the boundary from passive to active, they became completely immersed in their own experience.
But more than this, once one audience member gained the confidence, this meant that another audience member could also do so. Thank you very much.